So today we are going to be ranking celebrities' favorite Pokemon. Now there's a ton of videos out there of celebrities saying their favorite Pokemon, and I feel like most of them are stupid. So we're gonna go and review them. I have a tier list, very professional one. We have the base tier. This means their take is incredible. A great Pokemon, a great pick, out of the ordinary. I can appreciate this pick. Then we have the A tier. This is a decent pick for a Pokemon. It's not incredible, but there's at least some thought that's gone into it. I can tell that they like Pokemon. It's not a mind-blowing pick, it's not something incredible, but I can appreciate it. Then we have the basic / boring pick. This is your Pikachus, your Charizards, just a pick that I think this is someone who knows a little bit about Pokemon. They've heard of Pikachu, they've gone for that Pokemon. Then we have the bad take. This is a take that I feel is bad. You're gonna see, because I've found some celebrities that have some bad takes, and you're going to be like, that is terrible. And then we have the objectively terrible take. And again, I have found some celebrities, their takes are genuinely awful. You know what, let's just start with the video that inspired this idea. And it is the Super Bowl ads that they posted, where it's just a bunch of celebrities saying their favorite Pokemon. There's some good takes in here, but there's also some very bad takes. To be honest, I don't know most of these people, but we'll figure it out. I have to say, I don't like that they did this as the Super Bowl commercial. It's the 30th anniversary and you just got a load of random celebrities talking about like who their favorite Pokemon is. Tease something. Show me wind and waves or whatever. I was so disappointed. I was stayed up to watch this because I was like, some crazy stuff's going to be announced. It wasn't that. Starting with Lady Gaga, whose favorite is Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff, I feel... Now, I'm mixed here. I think it's either basic and boring. I definitely feel like I need to find some evidence that Lady Gaga has played a Pokemon game, but she's a singer. It does make sense, but that's why I feel like it's an industry plant take. Has Lady Gaga played Pokemon? Has not probably been recorded playing Pokemon, that she's done a collaboration. We have a Reddit thread. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say Lady Gaga has played Pokemon before, and we're going to give her a basic take. Pokemon that sings is going to come up with Jigglypuff. You choose Jigglypuff. I feel like that's a pretty basic take.
Every single time you met a new Pokemon, it felt like you met a new part of yourself.
He likes to sleep. Just like me.
I don't know if they all announced their favorite Pokemon. So Trevor Noah, Psyduck. I feel like Trevor Noah has probably played Pokemon before. Psyduck is a pretty good take. I feel like Trevor Noah has played Pokemon. I'm going to give him an A tier take. That's pretty good. Psyduck, can't go wrong with Psyduck.
It felt like you met a new part of yourself.
He likes to sleep.
This is our first base take. I don't know who this is, to be honest. I think it's this person. Luxray as your favorite Pokemon. As someone who has Luxray in their top 3, this is a base take right here. And I feel like it's not one that Nintendo would tell her to say. I feel like Nintendo disrespect Luxray a lot. Still no Mega Evolution. He likes to sleep. There's no way she knows what that Pokemon even is. Do you really think so?
Just like me.
He likes to sleep just like me. This could be fraud watch right here. I'm not sure who this person is. It's so cool because I'm a die-hard fan of Pokemon ever since I was a kid. It really was a no-brainer. No matter, okay, this could be big. No matter if you're a die-hard fan or if you've seen an episode of Pokemon once in your life, you can answer that question even if you don't know anyone other than Pikachu. Maybe not. She tells people that Luxray, a lion-like creature that has the power to see through walls. I do not think Luxray has the power to see through walls. Is her favorite for purely nostalgic reasons. Luxray was the first card in my first ever Pokemon card pack. It was the best one in the pack. So I was like, Luxray is going to be my favorite. Okay, this is base. Base right here. The phone case with the Luxray card. Little Luxray plushie. This could have been given to her by Nintendo. But I feel like Nintendo would not give her this phone case. I feel like this is enough evidence to put it in base. Base take right there. Then we have Jisoo, K-pop person. Says Eevee, basic take. This could be another industry plan. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. It's not a bad take. Eevee's a good Pokemon. LARPer, it could be a LARP. Eevee is definitely a LARP Pokemon. But I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. She's only getting in basic and boring. Like, and then we have Lamine Yamal, and this right here is a base take. It could be LARP though, because this came out when Legend ZA came out. Obviously, Zygarde plays a big part in Legend ZA, so this it could be another LARPer from Nintendo. What do we think, chat? Lamine Yamal. Now, I feel like it's A tier. I don't know if it's based. It could be based. Based. I do respect it. I respect the looks Ray, and I respect Zygarde. My only worry is that it's a LARP. How old was, when did XY come out? Pokemon XY release date. It came out in 2013. When was Lamine Yamal born? 2007. He was 6 when XY came out. That could be a prime age for XY. He also did, though, become... He's like a Pokemon ambassador, though. He names Zygarde as his absolute favorite because it has many ways to overcome its opponents. And then when asked about his teammates, he said Olmo is Pikachu because he has blonde hair, and Chesney is Charizard because he has presence. I feel like he came up with the Pikachu and the Charizard, which makes me feel like he's LARPing. Like he was asked by someone, oh, name some Pokemon that your teammates are like. Charizard, Pikachu. Instant LARP. LARP alert? Okay. First, objectively terrible / LARPer take. This woman says Gengar is her favorite because he's mischievous.
Who love language.
But that's sort of his love language. I don't know what that means. Who is young Miko? Puerto Rican rapper. She's 28. That's prime Pokemon age.
Who was interested first?
She has a
Who
plushie,
said I love you first?
but that definitely was given to her
Who's
by
more
Nintendo.
protective?
100% Lucky J. They just chose a bunch of random celebrities who decided,
Who
okay,
cleans
this
more?
this person. Like,
Who
or
eats
this
the
Pokemon,
most?
this Pokemon.
Who was interested first?
I feel like it's... I've got to put it in LARPer because I don't respect the take anyway. You know what I mean? I don't respect Gengar as a take unless someone is genuinely like die hard. So young Miko, Gengar. If it was a better take, I'd be more likely to put it higher. But I feel like Gengar's kind of boring as a take.
Loyauté, sa rapidité.
His loyalty, his speed, says Leclerc.
Who love language.
Sa loyauté,
His loyalty
sa...
and his speed, says Leclerc, for Arcanine. I'm almost certain Arcanine is not a fast Pokemon. It is known for its high speed. Okay, never mind. Speed is one of its highest stats. Arcanine, good Pokemon. He knows extreme speed. You know what? I feel like the speed thing saves him. I'm going to put it in A tier. I feel like it's a good take. Arcanine, it's kind of basic, but it's not basic enough. Like, it's not Pikachu. You know, it's not Eevee. It's a good take. A lot of people have a favorite Pokemon of Arcanine. Self-reported LARPer. It's true. I assumed that Arcanine was slow. I'm going to be honest.
rapidité.
She uses her voice to protect herself.
It's homey, you know?
Totally.
That's why I love it.
My favorite is Eevee.
Mi favorito sila.
Arcanine.
Gengar, Jigglypuff.
So, what's your favorite?
So out of all of them, this person, Luxray, best take. Lamine Yamal, if it wasn't a LARP, is next. But I think it was a LARP. So, moving on, we have what I think is potentially... by the end of this, objectively terrible is going to be overrun. We have One Direction's favorite Pokemon.
Is Sork. My favorite Pokemon is Sork.
My favorite Pokemon is Sork from Harry Styles. Sork. Nobody's favorite Pokemon is Sork. Terrible take. He was just a new Pokemon for whatever game he was promoting. Instantly objectively terrible take. Sork was released in Generation 5. I'm almost certain they're advertising Generation 5 here. Instant LARPer.
He's just like a big rock guy in a karate suit.
My favorite Pokemon.
He's just like a big rock guy in a karate suit. He's seen a picture of him that they showed him and was like, I like him because he looks like the image that they just showed me.
One is Throw. He's like...
My favorite Pokemon is Throw. I'm seeing something here. I'm seeing a pattern. Again, was told what to say. Nobody says Sork and Throw are their favorite Pokemon. Rest in peace. But bad Pokemon take, unfortunately. Bad Pokemon take. One Direction are about to take over the objectively terrible takes, I'm afraid. Look away, One Direction fans.
A big red karate man. He's got big eyebrows.
Big red karate man with big eyebrows. Was shown a picture. Said that's why he's fit. I like him because he's a big karate man with a big eyebrows.
I like him because he's just hard.
Favorite Pokemon is the fire Pokemon Pansear.
Pansear. One of the worst Pokemon of all time. Was released in Gen 5. They're advertising Gen 5. Instantly a LARPer.
He's kind of small, looks a bit like Niall. Just think he's a really nice guy, you know?
My favorite Pokemon is Roggenrola. He's very small.
I have to make a new one. I have to make a new one. Roggenrola. That is the worst take of all time. Nobody's favorite Pokemon is Roggenrola. The worst take I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, but he's very dangerous. He's not afraid to attack, and he's got some good moves.
My favorite Pokemon is Oshawott.
And just like that, we're revived. Just like that, we're revived. Again, he was told what to say, but I'm almost certain Zane, loves Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm sure he loves Pokemon. I'm sure he was told you have to choose a Pokemon from Gen 5. He chose a base take right there. I'm sure it's not actually his favorite Pokemon. I'm sure he has a different favorite Pokemon, but he was told to choose from Gen 5, and he chose a base take from Gen 5. If someone told me their favorite Pokemon was Oshawott, I'd be like, that's sick. Who is actually his favorite Pokemon? I'm sure he has a favorite Pokemon. Okay, I don't think he said his favorite Pokemon. I'm sure he actually has one because Zane is a nerd. If you don't know. He was like the final boss in a Yu-Gi-Oh competition. If he loves Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm sure he loves Pokemon as well. Base take. I think he likes Pokemon. He at least has to know something about Pokemon. He was told he has to advertise Gen 5 and choose a Gen 5 Pokemon. He chose a base take. It's kind of basic, because it is a starter. It's just a water starter. But it is a really cool Pokemon. But my wife also loves Zane, so I feel like I have to be nice about him. We're going to put it in A tier. Just in case he's a LARPer. I don't want him in base take. Next up, we're going to look at some influencers' favorite Pokemon. And we're starting with Ludwig and Connor VA. Sea-Dog VA.
Squirtle. Everyone likes Squirtle. It's kind of basic, but, you know.
Is Squirtle your favorite starter?
Out of the original 3, yeah. It's
I think
up
I'm
there.
a Charmander guy.
You strike me as a Charmander kind of guy.
What is that supposed to mean?
You're fiery.
Squirtle and Charmander as their favorite starters. Kind of basic. Do they talk about anything else?
What? Why is your chest saying Torchic is base, bro? Torchic is so shit. I mean, if it's the all-time, I'm a Mudkip guy, but everyone's a Mudkip guy. That's like saying you like being happy.
Mudkip is a basic tape. I'm going to put it a bit above basic. Am I? It's kind of basic. I feel like a lot of people love Mudkip.
Actually prefer Torchic.
No. Torchic is so shit.
Are they just looking starters?
In Swampert is cringe.
What? Why is your chest saying Torchic is base, bro? You've literally
2020 started with COVID, but this Torchic comment is ruining.
Let me actually try and find that Sea-Dog VA favorite Pokemon. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I think it's Mudkip. Kind of boring. Goes into basic. If that's real, that is based. If this is real, if we can find evidence for this, it's a base take. If it's Lopunny, then Lopunny is also based, I'm afraid. That's a base take. Whether Google AI is right or Lucky J is right is a base take. Next up, we have Lucky J with Trico, which I feel is A tier. It's outside the norm. It's not an obvious starter. If it was Sceptile, it might be basic, but I feel like Trico's pretty cool. You think Larpa? Maybe. Who else are we looking at? I know there's a few people that I know their favorite Pokemon. For example, Coop's Collectibles is Steelix. I feel like that's a pretty good take. I feel like Coop with Steelix, that's an A tier take. I can respect it. It's not based. I feel like it's a decent take. Logan Paul, that's someone I wanted to find out because I don't know who his favorite Pokemon is, but I imagine it's either Pikachu or Charizard. Logan Paul, favorite Pokemon. Logan Paul's favorite Pokemon, Gengar, Alakazam, and Steelix.
Damia, have you heard of it? Do you watch anime?
I've heard of it. I don't watch a lot, but that's a pretty popular one.
I love Pokemon.
Right on, right. Who's your favorite Pokemon?
You just had David ask me this,
and you have no idea why. You won't find out for some time.
I said either probably Alakazam or Gengar.
Okay,
like
that's good.
Basic take. Gengar is a basic take, especially for someone who likes Pokemon. We can debate whether he's a LARPer. He LARPs a lot of things. I think he at least played Gen 1. I feel like Gengar / Alakazam, basic take. If you ask someone who's only played Gen 1, but they played a decent amount of Gen 1, who their favorite Pokemon is, you're probably going to end up with Gengar and Alakazam. Basic take. Who else has a definitive favorite Pokemon? Dav's Pokemon, Infernape, that's based. For sure. Base take. Oh. Another basic one, but I at least know they have a favorite Pokemon. Ariana Grande has an Eevee tattoo. Now, to have a tattoo is big, but I think the reason is she literally played Let's Go and liked it and liked Eevee. So I feel like we have to put it in basic. Having a tattoo is based. It depends. Why? Because she's a huge fan of the franchise and had just spent 15 hours playing Pokemon Let's Go. In January, Ariana tweeted she spent an entire day off playing Pokemon Let's Go and then went to get it tattooed. I feel like if there's any evidence that she played anything other than Let's Go, she has so many tattoos of random things. It depends whether the tattoo brings it up to A tier. If you get a tattoo of a Pokemon, I feel like that has to have something. Spending 15 hours playing Let's Go is just... Honestly, that kind of makes me put it in bad. Having a 15-hour marathon of Let's Go Eevee, where you just get an Eevee and then it learns every single powerful move and you can beat every gym leader just by spamming Eevee, it's the first bad take. And then going and get a tattoo because you loved playing Let's Go Eevee so much is a bad take. Another one that I could put in LARPer. Joe Jonas got a Bubble Mew tattoo. Not a Mew tattoo, a Bubble Mew tattoo specifically. Childhood memories, he traces his deep love to Pokemon back to trading cards with a girl he liked at school. He calls the rare Bubble Mew his favorite item. He leaned into the hobby publicly by opening packs live on stage and partnering on Target's Pokemon collection. I think he likes Pokemon cards, but it's at a level where if you're rich and you like Pokemon cards and you get Bubble Mew tattooed and it's your favorite card, it screams bad take. Is Mew even his favorite Pokemon? It is Mew. I feel like it's bad take. It's a bad take. Bubble Mew specific, Bubble Mew. It's a bad take. Sorry, Joe Jonas. It's boring. It screams of LARPer. That's a bad take. I feel like it's a step above Logan Paul in terms of... I'm going to put Logan Paul in bad take just because it's Logan Paul. It's a step above Logan Paul because he's not promoting... Logan Paul's Illustrator chain was just because he wanted to make money, with the most expensive Pokemon card adds story to it, so some billionaire's gonna buy him out for a load of money. Joe Jonas, he's not trying to sell a Bubble Mew black label and is getting a tattoo of it so his auction gets more. He just likes the Bubble Mew, which is a bad take in general. To get a tattoo of it, it's a bad take for me. Anyone else talking about their favorite Pokemon? Who is Pokérev's favorite Pokemon? Pokérev. Favorite Pokemon. He doesn't have one. Gengar. Boring take. Pokérev. Gengar. It's boring. Deep Pocket Monster's favorite Pokemon is Houndoom. I feel that's a base take. Houndoom is a bit out of the ordinary. Houndoom has so many cool cards as well. It's not your Charizards, it's not your Pikachus. It's not a starter. It's a good take. Alex Ketchum. Mew is okay. Bit basic. Mew's a basic one. Any like Gen 1 legendaries, I'm gonna put that in basic. Are there any more celebrities that famously like Pokemon? I think Ed Sheeran likes Pokemon. Squirtle, he has a tattoo on his arm. Basic. Squirtle's basic. Gen 1 starter. Stan's favorite Pokemon is Bulbasaur. Stans, I expected more from you. Anyone who like, I was about to say anyone who plays a game and then like their first Pokemon game and then their favorite Pokemon is their starter goes in basic. I put myself with Infernape and based, but Gen 1 starter specifically has to be basic. Randolph, that's the one. I'm pretty sure his favorite one is Lugia. Lugia, it's a bit better because it's not, I feel like Gen 1 is kind of basic, but like Lugia is alright. It's still a legendary though. I could be persuaded to do A tier. Like it's a little deeper. It's a little deeper of a cut. And Lugia is cool. I'm not the biggest fan personally, but we're gonna give him A tier. Let's find out the Sidemen's favorite Pokemon. Miniminter's favorite is Arcanine. I feel that's a bit basic. Zerka's is Blaine's Moltres. I feel like that's his favorite Pokemon card, not his favorite Pokemon. Yeah, his favorite Pokemon card. Miniminter. Arcanine. It's a little bit bigger. Can we find Zerka's actual favorite Pokemon, not his favorite card? Zerka's favorite is Slowpoke.
I've challenged myself to fill the Pokedex of 1,025 Pokemon with 1,025 people, purely based off of people.
Zerka from the Sidemen, and my favourite Pokemon is Slowpoke.
Slowpoke's kind of based. I think I'm gonna stick it. I feel like I need another tier. Kat, I'm gonna leave this up to you. Zerka with Slowpoke, is that based or is it A tier? I'm gonna stick it A tier. It's better than Psyduck. Yeah, I probably won't include young Philly in this. That's probably not the person I want to include in my tier list. Donald Trump definitely does not have a favorite Pokemon. I've never seen anything that makes more sense. Donald Trump's favorite Pokemon is because gumshoes resemble him. What's his favorite Pokemon? Garchomp's based, honestly. On my TikTok, I get a lot of this. There's just this guy. He stands with a microphone and all his videos are about how Trunks is a LARPer. I do feel like Garchomp is based, I have to say. While also showing an affinity for Charizard, Gyarados, and Aggron. Oh, that's based. Aggron and Garchomp. He could be a LARPer. I don't know enough about the situation. I'm gonna have to put Trunks at based. Garchomp is a based pull. Oh, I did see Jim Skin. I'm not 100% sure who this guy is, but he is based when it comes to Pokemon. But what's his actual favorite Pokemon? I know he has a cool collection. His favorite Pokemon is Dragonite. That's pretty sick. I might put that in based. It's kind of A tier. Dragonite's a little basic, but it's not that basic. I'm gonna stick it under Oshawott as a take. But Jimskin has a crazy collection. Again, not 100% sure who this guy is. I know he's a streamer, but I think he's alright. I don't think he's like HS Tiki Talkie. I think he's a decent person. He has a 100k collection.
I'm not joking, boys. Like, I'm not joking when I tell you I've got a fucking book and I flip it open and I'm like, yeah, PSA 10, PSA 10, PSA 10, PSA... Listen, don't even get me fucking started, yeah? Don't even get me started. Some people go indoors and like to read a book. I like to sit in my bed and look at my PSA 10.
Kind of based.
Do you know what I mean? I told you guys, if a guy pulls up in a Bugatti or a fucking Lambo, I'll pull out a couple of PSA 10s in the club. I'm not joking. Do you know what I mean?
I saw Bulbamew on there, but iShow Speed. I feel like iShow Speed does not have a favorite Pokemon. He frequently interacts with Pikachu. I feel like he doesn't have one. KSI favorite Pokemon. He's in the Sidemen. Sidemen seem to like Pokemon. Charizard and Gen 1. Makes sense for KSI. We're going to stick KSI in objectively terrible. Oh, Joel's Gaming Adventure. I'm putting you in A tier, Joel. Is it Growlithe or Arcanine? If it's Growlithe, I'll put you above Charles Leclerc. If it's Arcanine, you're staying here. Growlithe, I can respect it. You have beat Lucky J just because he called me out on my Gen 4 bias. Who's in there like Simon Cowell. He was buying Pokemon cards recently. He was spotted purchasing a Rayquaza VMAX. If Simon Cowell's favorite Pokemon is Rayquaza, I might have to put that in base. And the Pope are both sick. What the hell? The Pope? The Pope does not have a favorite Pokemon. Poplio became viral after Pope left and signed a Poplio card. If the Pope's favorite Pokemon ends up being Poplio, that could be based. Steve Aoki, I'm sure this is basic. I'm gonna guess Charizard. Mewtwo and Pikachu. Mewtwo, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Steve Aoki, you get basic. You know, you actually get above. Mewtwo's kind of cool. It's kind of an okay take. Steve Aoki. Kind of boring. Post Malone, he likes Pokemon. Post Malone. He has a card. Does that mean it's his favorite Pokemon? Okay, so there were 3. Post Malone with Dragonite and Butterfree, which is that, if it's Butterfree, it's A tier? What do we think? Do we think he do you think Pokemon just gave them random Pokemon to be within their cards, or do you think they chose it? Because I can imagine Katy Perry choosing Pikachu. Kind of a bad take, honestly. J Balvin, whoever that is. Charizard, bad take. We're going to stick Post Malone in A tier. Katy Perry, J Balvin are now in bad take. Post Malone with Dragonite is in A tier. And this is the definitive list. If you know any more celebrities that have favorite Pokemon, let me know. I'll add them to the list.